Your Name was such a great movie.
Yeah, but you know, A Silent Voice was better. This conversation has happened all across the world. Which movie is better? Your Name or A Silent Voice? Be careful, there are some very strong opinions on this topic, and you may get upset or triggered. One of these movies is great, and one is complete garbage. We're gonna reveal the truth. I just want to say, me and Jordan have not discussed this at all. This is going to be an absolute fresh discussion.
We're not here to upset anyone. We're
Yes,
just...
we are. Let's give a quick plot overview of each movie. Your Name. Your Name is kind of like Freaky Friday. There's two people, a boy and a girl, and they switch bodies.
They're so realistic feeling.
And they kind of come from two different worlds. Like Taki lives in Tokyo, so he lives in a city, and Mitsuha lives in a very rural part of Japan. Taki decides that he wants to go and find Mitsuha, because while he's in her body, he sees, is this right? He sees that the town that she lives in, and then he figures out...
Okay, well, we're not going to go too far
I'm
into
confused.
spoiler territory.
No, it's
Jordan
not.
doesn't remember what the movie's about. So they...
No, but he wants to go find her.
Right, he wants to go find her.
Yeah, that's
But-
not a spoiler.
Right, but the reason he can't find her is a spoiler.
Correct.
That we're not
I
gonna-
wasn't gonna...
Right, okay.
It's a love story.
Well, it becomes a love story. That is a very, very brief overview.
Yeah.
Now let's talk briefly about the plot of A Silent Voice. Shuya bullies Shoko when they're in grade school. Shoko is deaf, and he picks on her because of that.
Well, she's bullied by a lot of the kids in the school, but
But he's the
He-
main
yeah.
person. Now he's in high school. He feels bad about what he did, and he wants to reconcile and become friends with her again. And it becomes sort of a love story, I guess, more of a friendship story. Now, the reason these movies are so often compared is because they came out in the same year, and Your Name beat A Silent Voice money-wise in Japan, but A Silent Voice beat Your Name in some anime award categories. So there has been a war of Your Name, which is super popular, even in America, and A Silent Voice, which is, you know, it's sort of like the edgier person will be like, oh, well, I think this is better than Your Name. So,
it's not.
all right, so let's talk about which movie is better and what we think of them. First, let's just flat out give our scores. Your Name, how would you score it?
10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
I-
I cried both times that I watched it. It's beautiful.
I would give Your Name a 10 out of 10.
Wow, really?
It is perfection. The pacing is amazing.
Yeah.
The music is amazing.
Yes.
Everything about it is fantastic.
The music is god tier. And Mitsuha's theme is beautiful.
What's your name?
Mitsuha! My name is Mitsuha!
Oh, Mitsuha's so cute with her little ribbon in her hair. The first thing about Your Name that made it great was the unexpected twist, which we obviously can't tell you what that is.
Well, we could, but we're not going to.
Yeah, we're not going to because you should watch it. But that was one of the biggest things is when you find out what that twist is, you're like, holy moly, you know, how is this ever gonna work?
And the reunion scene where they actually find each other is perfect. because
Magical.
It's not too much. It hits on the gas just enough.
Yeah.
Just right.
Taki. You're really here.
Everything about this movie is perfect.
Yeah.
And anyone who says otherwise is only saying that because they're trying to be anti things that are popular. It's popular.
We're trying to be an edgelord,
It's popular for a reason.
an anime edgelord.
Because it's amazing.
I think magical is like a good word for it.
I am dreading to see what J.J. Abrams and Hollywood is going to do to Your Name.
Oh,
It's going to be a catastrophe.
yeah.
A Silent Voice, how would you rate that movie?
Let me preface this by saying that I really wanted to like this movie, but I didn't. I just couldn't get into it. I didn't think it was that good. Out of 10, I would give it a 4.
Wow.
Give it a 4.
Out of 10, I would give it a 1. This movie is absolute trash.
I knew that you didn't like it, but I didn't know that you would rate it
Hated
a 1.
it.
Wow.
It was stupid. It was absolute garbage. The only reason I give it a 1 and not a 0 is because the animation was good. The music sucked. The plot was disgusting, bordering on. I'm probably gonna have to bleep that. I told you this was gonna have strong
Why
opinions.
did you not? Why do you hate it so much? Like, give us some concrete
All right.
examples.
We're gonna have to give some spoilers. Now, here's the thing. You may have seen movies in your life where you see critics and they're like, oh yes, this was such a fancy, wonderful piece of film. That's what this movie tried to be. Oh, let's put X's on people's faces as a symbolic way that our main character cannot.
I forgot they did that.
He cannot connect with other people. We're so fancy doing that. And at the end, we'll strip all the X's away because he's made progress in his life. That. That was stupid
Wow.
and artsy.
Vile language here.
It tried to be a commentary on bullying, about how terrible bullying is. The girl is gonna stand on a balcony, step off the balcony.
Wait, if you haven't seen it and you don't, there's spoilers coming. So
No spoilers, I already warned
if
you.
you don't want to hear the spoilers,
I'm getting
then
very upset just thinking about this.
I know, yeah, you're.
She steps off the balcony to kill herself, and somehow the main character grabs her wrist and is hanging off. Sorry, not possible. Oh, well, Greg, what about Your Name? They switched bodies. It's a fantasy movie. This movie, A Silent Voice, was set in reality, and this doesn't make any sense. If you enjoy watching people complain and whine and moan, then A Silent Voice is the movie for you.
With Your Name, it really made you like feel something, and there was a payoff. You know, like you really got invested in the characters. Whereas this, I was like waiting for that moment for like to connect with it and like have a payoff, and it just never came. And then the movie was over, and I was like, it's over? Like, what the heck was that? Whereas Your Name, like at the end, you're just like, man, like there's such a good payoff, and it's a beautiful movie.
A Silent Voice has won awards and people love it, and I just sit back and I say, what? I told you that this was gonna have strong opinions, okay?
The only person here that has strong opinions is you.
Check them out. If you disagree, please tell me why. Sorry to insult your movie, but let us know why I'm wrong or right.
Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
I ate all of these grapes.
Hey, Tuka. Hey, Tuka. Tuka.
What?
What's your name? Tuka. Is it Tuka? Now ask me my name.
What is your name?
My name is Donatsuha.
That's nice. Whoa!